Her message arrived while I was tying my shoes. We need to redo it. The lighting was awful. I need better content. No emojis, no apology, just strategy. I stared at the screen longer than I should have, the room silent except for my breathing. Somewhere between the words redo it and content, something inside me finally went still. Not numb, focused. I imagined the first proposal again, the way she angled her phone before answering, the pause where her eyes checked the framing instead of my face. I remembered thinking it was nerves. It wasn't. Outside, the city hummed like nothing had changed. Inside, something had cracked cleanly, like ice under a measured step. I typed back one word, "Okay." She responded instantly. A heart, a location, a dress code. That's when I understood the shape of the game I'd been playing without knowing the rules. I wasn't her partner, I was a prop, a narrative device, something to be edited if the light didn't hit right. I slipped my phone into my pocket and finished tying my shoes, hands steady, pulse calm. I wasn't angry yet. I was planning. It didn't start with the proposal. That was just the cleanest symptom. The real betrayal had been leaking for months, small, almost elegant in its subtlety. Conversations that paused when I entered the room, her laughter at messages she never shared, the way our moments became performances the second a camera appeared. I told myself it was ambition. Everyone wants to be seen now. But love doesn't ask for retakes. One night, half asleep, I watched her scroll through comments on a video of us, strangers dissecting my expression, rating her reaction. She smiled at them the way she hadn't smiled at me in weeks. That was when denial started to rot. I wasn't losing her to another man. That would have been simple. I was losing her to an audience, to metrics, to a version of herself that needed applause more than connection. She didn't cheat with a body, she cheated with attention, and I let it happen because it was quiet, because there were no fingerprints, because I didn't want to look insecure in a world that rewards detachment. So I stayed, I watched, I learned, I became invisible on purpose. I stopped reacting when the phone came out, stopped asking who she was texting. I nodded through brand meetings I was never invited to, listened to her rehearse captions like confessions meant for strangers. At night, while she slept, I counted the cost. The restaurant reservations she expensed as content creation, the gifts returned after unboxing, the way our private life existed only if it could be monetized. I checked nothing illegal. I didn't need to. The night unfolded exactly as expected. She wore white. I wore patience. When I stood, the room leaned in. Glasses paused mid-air. Phones tilted, hungry. She looked radiant, certain of the ending. I knelt. The silence was surgical. I reached down slowly, deliberately, and tied my shoe. Her smile faltered, not broken yet, just confused. Confusion turned into understanding the moment I stood without the ring. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't explain. "I already gave you the proposal," I said quietly. "You just didn't like the lighting." For the first time, she wasn't recording. Her phone lay useless on the table, screen dark, reflection showing a woman who had misjudged the room. I placed my card back in my wallet, and I walked away. The bill stayed. So did she. The video that went viral wasn't the one she planned. Someone else captured it. Her tears, her disbelief, the empty chair across from her like an accusation. The comments were merciless, not because I humiliated her, but because the illusion cracked. People recognized the hunger behind the performance, the emptiness when the script failed. She texted me paragraphs, explanations, blame disguised as remorse. I didn't reply. Silence was the only ending she couldn't edit. Weeks later, my life felt quieter, smaller, real. I still see the clip sometimes, reposted, dissected, stripped of context. That's fine. The truth doesn't need defending. I didn't win. I left. And in a world addicted to being watched, that was the most unforgivable thing I could have done.